What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Uncle Dick coming to you from New Orleans, NOLA, the NO, the Crescent City. Yeah, that Big Easy, baby. And today I got some content for you. Well, an update to the content I dropped earlier. That's more like it. But hey, before we get into that, make sure you smash that like button. I'm talking about absolutely assault that thing. Hit the subscribe button, click on the bell, and click on all so you'll be aware of all the videos that I put out. And please, please, please drop a comment in the comment section. If you don't feel like giving your opinion or your take on the issue or what I'm talking about, would you please just drop some fleur-de-lis in the chat for me to keep the engagement going? Because we on a road to monetization and I can't do it without y'all help. So please and thank you in advance. So this is an update to what I had to say earlier. Addressing the Like That lawsuit from Rodney O. Okay. The whole thing is I've come across information that's kind of leaning towards dude capping. He old school clout chase. He old head clout chaser. And I can't blame him. Like That was a smash hit when it came out. I think Like That would have did numbers with or without Kendrick Lamar because it was a dope record. The sample itself is dope. I give y'all all the credit in the world that the sample itself is dope. It's been done numerous times, but Metro and Future and Kendrick smashed it. And even Rodney O himself had to acknowledge that they smashed it and he was a fan of it. Now, initially, he did not know that Kendrick was going to be on the song. And he heard Kendrick on it a couple of days before the release, and he didn't have no problem with it at the time. Rodney O is being sued by the Barry White estate. Rodney O basically got paid that $50K as a buffer between Metroboomin, who he cleared the sample. Metroboomin cleared the sample through Rodney O. But Rodney O allegedly didn't clear the original time he sampled it from Barry White. So Rodney O is basically a buffer. He's the middleman between Kendrick, Metro, Future, and Rodney O. Now, Kendrick, Metro, Future, they're not totally exempt from being sued by the Barry White estate. But as of now, the pressure's on Rodney O. Okay? So I did run across some more information. And this one was written October 19, 2024. But I'm going to go to the tail end of this one that I read earlier. Where are we going to start? Going to read it. I'm going to start it from here. But this is the pertinent part. And this is Rodney O. Every song that I cleared, they sent it to me prior, and I've been able to check it out. He continued. A lot of people used the same sample in the past, but when I heard Like That, they totally demolished it. So he was a fan of the song. And this was before Kendrick Lamar came on it. Somebody called me the day before it came out and said, "Hey man, I got some news for you. I actually heard Kendrick's on the record." I was like, "No, Kendrick ain't on the record because I have it." Rodney concluded on the chart topping homage. Songs now, they'll be 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So when I heard it, I'm like, that's a whole song. So I said, he might be on a remix or something like that. That's what I was thinking. But he still liked it. He liked it. It was a smash hit. And how could you deny that it was a smash hit? It went number 1. And they paid you homage by using the beat and giving you writer's credit on it. Because we already went to the Wikipedia where it showed that you got writer's credits on it. You just old and capping and clout chasing. You too old to be clout chasing like this, homie. Come on, bruh. This is not the only like that copyright lawsuit on the table. However, that one comes from the Barry White estate and mostly targets Rodney O and Joe Cooley rather than the we don't trust you performers. Talking about Kendrick, Metro, and Future. Okay, this the one I wanted to come to. Because this one is written back October 19, 2024. I don't know how I missed this, but that's what happens when you see what happened was I didn't think nothing of this. Because this is the article from today. I didn't think nothing of it. But then I came down because I was looking for something else. I was looking for this particular word and I couldn't find it. I don't remember the article I read it in. I'm no lawyer, so when I run across words like that, I actually looked the word up, and it basically means Rodney O was paid. He was compensated to basically be the middleman in case of some legal actions. That's the gist of what he did. He was basically a middleman. So let's go to this article, and I'm going to fast forward to. You know what? I'll read the whole article. It's not very long. It's not very long. Okay. Joe Cooley's remarks, and remember, this is from October 19 of last year. Wait, is it? Yeah, this is published on October 19, 2024. Joe Cooley's remarks have indicated where this case might go. One of the most complicated music copyright lawsuits you'll read about this year just got a possibly big update. For those unaware, Barry White's estate filed a lawsuit claiming that the sample in Kendrick Lamar, Future, and Metroboomin's hit song Like That unlawfully uses the bass line from White's 1973 cut, I'm Gonna Love You Just a Little More, Babe. Let's quickly break it down. Like That samples Rodney O and Joe Cooley's 1988 record, Everlasting Bass, which itself uses aforementioned bass line from the Texas-born singer. You may be wondering why the We Don't Trust You trio is a part of this if it relates to this other track. That's because Kendrick Lamar, Future, and Metroboomin aren't actually named as co-defendants in the copyright lawsuit. One of many right now in the music industry. The plaintiffs representing Barry White believe that the trio is indemnified. I think that's the word. So that's the word I was looking for. Indemnified. So basically, indemnified means they paid Rodney O for I don't how you say the word. I don't know the other word for it. They indemnified Rodney O or Rodney O indemnified them. When they paid Rodney O that 50K, that was for it to be indemnified. Indemnified means protected from legal action by Rodney O and Joe Cooley. However, plaintiffs still left the door open for a direct lawsuit. Oh, that's what it is. Indemnification, a direct lawsuit if the indemnification proves insufficient in their eyes. As much, this suit is mainly against Rodney O and Joe. I said Rodney O and they didn't even say that. Read the words that's there. Okay. Speaking of which, the latter actually responded in this suit in a since deleted Facebook post per All Hip Hop. So this is what Joe Cooley had to say. Rodney O speaks in excessive like that. Look, is this a video? I'm not going to even mess with it. Okay, Rodney O Everlasting Bass being sampled. I'm not going to even read that. I may get into it later. Okay, this is Joe Cooley speaking right here. God is telling me to man up and leave Rodney O alone and just stay away, Joe Cooley expressed, claiming he has receipts to back him up. He's only adding more damages by falsely illegally using my name in production. I got paperwork to prove it. So Joe Cooley is the one. Joe Cooley is the one that produced it. But Rodney O is trying to take all the credit for it. The duo that Kendrick Lamar, Future, and Metroboomin sampled had signed to Egyptian Lovers Egyptian Empire label by the time they released Everlasting Bass. All Hip Hop reportedly confirmed with Egyptian Lover that Rodney O owns or owned the track's masters and publishing. So I don't understand what Joe Cooley is talking about. So these two is beefing, seems like. It's amazing Rodney O told all hip hop of the success of Like That back in April, fooling the Red Rock performance. Wait, let me read that again. It's amazing Rodney O told all hip hop of the success of Like That back in April following a Red Rock performance with DJ Quick. For something I made when I was 16, 17 years old to come back and be bigger than it is, bigger than it was, hey, I'm all in. Dude, you're not even making your own case, homie. You all in. So what are we talking about? You got writer's credit. You reported back in October of last year that you was all in, that you loved the record, that you had glowing remarks for it. What are we talking about here? They say, I'm all in. Keep it moving. Y'all keep listening. We'll see what else comes of this lawsuit and whether or not Kendrick Lamar, Future, Metroboomin, and their teams and labels will have to respond to it in court. Okay. So it seems to me dude is like all cap. But I ran across this on Instagram. Well, shout out to my girl Steph for bringing this in the Discord. You heard me. Bam. What is this? What is this, Rodney O? So you weren't credited? You posting this on your Instagram? Or is this more clout chasing? So what is it? Were you actually a Grammy nominee? Or were you not a Grammy nominee? Right? Did you not get credit for the Grammy nod? And you posted this to chase clout? Only one can be the truth. Either you actually received a Grammy nod as writer's credit, they gave you credit as a writer for Like That. So you posted this, or you capping that or you really didn't get it, but you still capping as though you did get the nomination, the Grammy nod. Both things can't be true in this situation. And sometimes two things can be true. In this situation, two things can't be true. Either you got credit for it and the Grammy nod credit for it, or you didn't. And you capping here. But I think you capping in this lawsuit because you chasing money. See, you didn't have your affairs in order, right? You took the upfront money. That's what it seems like to me. I could be wrong. You could be capping and be getting royalty checks right now. But you old and you clout chasing. So how can, if we finding stuff like this, it seems like you old and clout chasing and you capping. So either you got the credit for the Grammy, you got the writer's credit and got the Grammy nod for it, or you didn't and you capping here in this Instagram post. The two can't be the same. The two can't be true at the same time. You feel me? So this seems to be someone trying to capitalize on the success of a hit record and either got paid and don't feel like they're being fairly compensated, or they're lying about the royalties and they're lying about the actual Grammy nod. It's a lot going on. Time will tell. As of now, I'm leaning on dude capping, clout chasing, and what's happening is this. I don't know this for sure, but what seems like what's happening is he got paid that 50K, possibly getting royalties. He got the Grammy nod for the writer's credit for producing like that, right? But now the Barry White estate is at his neck for $1 million, and he ain't got the money to cover it. That's what I'm taking from it. But look, check this out. It's all the content I got for you right now. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. I'm talking about absolutely annihilated, assault that like button. Subscribe, baby. Subscribe, hit that bell notification so you'll be aware of all the content I'm putting out. And remember, give 100% in all your endeavors. And I'm going to see y'all next time. Peace.